Good morning and God bless to all of my Red Bank family and friends. As I come to you this morning, I just happened to think about something, and I think that it has a lot to do with what's going on today with all of the problems with the pandemic arising and people doing everything to segregate and separate people from one from another. It appears to me that this is a time for the church to stand firm and stand strong. I was thinking about the scripture and how much focus it puts on what the church should be. And I was thinking about Christ when he was in Jerusalem during last week, and he spoke the seven woes, and he talked about the churches, and he called them out. And I think today, in some ways, God is calling the churches out today. He talked about the churches. He says, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees and hypocrites, for thou art like white sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead man's bones and all uncleanness." And I think that scripture sometimes points to what's going on in the church. Sometimes people are not sure of the churches. You hear people talk about they can't get things right with the church. People in the church are just like the people outside the church. But it appears to me that leaders in churches have to stand firm on the word. We're looking at a time when leaders, because of political realities and looking at what things are in politics and how it will affect them on a personal and maybe a financial level, that they are overlooking things that should be pulled forward. In this political climate, it is really a time for the church to stand firm and speak truth to power. We have gone so far in allowing things, but it's time now to just speak the truth and not worry about all of the other things. We put labels on everything, conservative or liberal or whatever. Well, Christ was radical. We talked about this in Bible study this week. It was brought out by our teacher. Christ was radical. We need to stand and just not be afraid and speak truth to power. Call things like they are and quit trying to be politically correct in everything that deals with the church, but call what's right, right, and what's wrong, wrong. And we need to stand firm and do that, because otherwise we're just like what he's talking about. We see all the beautiful churches and people marvel at what we have done and what we have built and the beauty of it and so forth. And we're just like what he's talking about. If you go to graveyards and see all the beautiful stones and sepulchres where people lay and rest, they look beautiful. But as he said, on the inside are dead bones. And we look in our churches sometimes today inside all of the beautiful structures, and we find the same thing. We're looking at all these beautiful structures, but inside the attitudes of dead people's bones. We're not concerned about the troubles of the world. We're not concerned about the racism. We're not concerned about the sexism. We're not concerned about the people speaking hate all over. Everywhere you look at it in the Bible, when you look at Christ, Christ spoke about love. All throughout his messaging, it was about loving one another. And we need to stand up and speak love toward one another, but speak the truth about what we say. Just some words to think about on this morning. God bless you and have a wonderful day.